Hello, and welcome to this discussion of one of the central topics of science of shamanism. It is true, we can confirm, I can confirm from the point of view of shamanism as science, that shamanism is science, and I am not the only one who says this. This was already the fantastic ethnologist Klaus E. Müller, who said this: shamanism is science, is one form, is a special topic, and and it deals with receiving power and information. These are the two main things we need to survive: power and information, good information and good power, as much as possible power, but not power that destroys us. And when we want power and good information, best possible information, we have to observe and to practice a certain technique, which you can get at our trainings. But this is only a separate topic. What I wanted to say now, when I got into contact with ISARS as a whole, this happened when I started with the last video. Then I had to take very warm clothes. The whole night there, I was in bed with this warm clothes. I was so cold. Getting into contact with the complex of ISARS. This is a mental construct, and people are sure that they do things right, and they are convinced of this, of ideas and concepts. And when we work as a shaman in this early way, then we receive this information, and then we have reactions on us, and yes, and I got this impression of too cold, and this is a negative, but it's we have to work when we receive such information. It is information too, but it is also a reaction of the body, which is also caused by information when we look at this physically. But the main thing I want to discuss, or I have received, is they from ISARS, they have when they got into contact with me, with my concept, they see problems of justice, of moral, because I do not make, because I do not make distance to the rich. They see problems, the poor and the rich, and then they have problems of moral, of ethics. And this is not integrated in my system, they think. So, and they would go into distance to me because of this. But they also go into distance to power and to the highest possible information. And I do not have to explain to you that you are in a dualism. So you are in separation. And there you always lose energy and highest possible information. I try to explain how in the early form of shamanism we deal with this. We don't have the problem of moral and ethics because we know what we have to do. We know what we have to do, and then there is no moral problem when you know what you have to do. And this is done with a correct technique of receiving information from the highest possible point. And this is what you get in our trainings, but this we will inform later. This is not I do not want to sell our trainings now. It is free. It is you don't have to pay for this information. We are not the first ones who are also confronted with this topic. I have found in the vessel of Gundestrup, Kessel von Gundestrup, perfect information about different topics of shamanism as science, which illustrate central topics here. We have this main figure. This is the highest possible information and source of power. Some speak of God, others speak from Holy Ghost or the große Geist, Allah. We have different expressions, different names, but we also, and you don't have to be a religious person, a spiritual person at all. This is possible to receive inside in our trainings. Everyone has such a source inside. No names needed, no concepts needed. This is a matter of receiving, of living with. Then we have, when you are in separation, or everyone wants to have power and wants to have best possible information. And but why they do not get it is because they have wrong technique and they are separated from the upper level and they are reaching, they try to reach from the upper level. Here, this is shown, this is the lower level. Just look at now at the lower level. And here we have the birds. They are called griffins, birds of prey. I do not understand the name, but prey is technique, a mental technique, but birds of prey. But they are robbing, they are stealing other livings, other animals. They kill them. They are reaching, and this is forbidden with shaman, and is not needed. But what is needed is to I cannot explain the technique in details at the moment, but it is shown with this special snake. The snake has to fight against itself, and then we develop. No, this is, I cannot explain this. I have not prepared this English. There are different important levels at this image. Sorry. When we have the correct technique, then we do not climb up. We are raised. See, we are raised higher. And then we receive the information. We do not reach for it. We receive from this highest point. And this is not a broken wheel. Sorry, this is the genius, the highest possible information. Fantastic ideas. For new constructions, for healing, and so on. And the person does not, this is now mine, it is, see, yes, we could discuss every detail of this fantastic image, but this is too much for the moment. The main thing is you need a correct technique to get information and power, and then you have no problems with morals, ethics, what is to do. You do not fight anymore against the rich or against injustice, because you know what you have to do, and then you are a channel who receives best possible information here, receiving information and power, so you getting the high. So what more is to be done? You can always contact me with your questions, and if you have other ideas. I like to get your information, and still has to be said the date. This is also a document of information on this Wednesday, the 21st of September. I wish to you all the best.